Hi, thanks for joining me. I'm actually Pei from Pocket Yarnlings, and this time I'm going to do what I call a mystery shape along, which is slightly different from my usual crochet alongs. So in this series, basically I'll be going through the designing as well as the shaping ideas behind this mystery character that we're building. So the videos will start off with an initial idea of what I'm trying to create, and then subsequently I'll just show the important snippets for the crochet along parts, so not every stitch will be shown. Okay, so I'm going to start off with showing the designing ideas with a sport weight yarn version, and then subsequently we'll be crocheting using plush yarn. You just basically need gray as well as white to make this mystery character, and at the end of this series hopefully you will not only have your character at the end but also roughly understand the ideas behind the shaping of this particular mystery character. So let's get started. Okay, so this is basically me trying not to show too much of what this mystery animal is, but I just wanted to show you when I first made this animal. Initially I decided to make the head and the body separately, and then I sewed it together, and this is actually what it ended up looking like. And you can see that the plane of the crocheting is different from here and here, and the transition isn't really very neat, which tends to happen when you sew two separate pieces together, especially if they're both closed. So this is the reason why I decided to switch to a different method subsequently, which is this next example, which I'm going to show you, which I'm trying not to show. Okay, so this is what I just did in the end, which is basically a transition point from the head to the body without actually any sewing. It was basically continuous crocheting from the head all the way to the body, and the general idea is basically that the transition point is neater and not so messy, as well as is easier because there's no sewing involved at all. So this is basically what I wanted to show you, and then after this we can get started with the actual crochet along. Okay, for this shape along we only need two colors. One is gray, which will be mostly working with this color, and a little bit of white, and I've decided to use two separate brands, but actually they're essentially the same weight. And I'll be using a false hook, which is basically 5 mm, or you could make it even smaller, but this yarn weight is basically chunky, and as you can see here, it's recommended to use with 6 mm, but I'll be using a 5 mm hook instead, because usually for amigurumi we want the gaps to be smaller. So like I mentioned, I'll only be showing a specific important round, so I won't be showing every single stitch. If you want to check out the full pattern, you can go and check out the link in the description below. Okay, we will start off with the grey yarn first, and we will not be using a magic ring, but rather we will just start off with a slip knot. I find that it's easier to work with these using plush yarn rather than using the magic ring. So we'll start off with chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Basically I'll be making an ovoid shape for the head instead of like a perfect sphere. So, and then walk into the second chain from hook single crochet 2, 1, 2, and then increase at the end, 1, 2, 3, and then finish up the rest of the round. Go around the foundation chain and finish the other side. So 1, and then finally increase at the end. This is the oval that we'll be starting off with, and then we will move on to the start of second round. So this is the initial oval we're talking about. We will start off with the second round, and then I'm gonna put wait, let's insert into the first stitch of the round. and then this is the first stitch, the second round, and then we will put a stitch marker at the start of this round, and then after this I will kind of fast forward a bit and show you how the completed rounds look like instead of showing every single stitch. Okay, so this is how it looks like after you finish the end of round 2. So you have a wider oval. There should be 10 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So after this we will increase all around, and then we'll make 20 stitches, and then 30 stitches, and then 40 stitches. So you can see how they looks like after I've completed each round. This is how it looks like at the end of row 3 when you've done an increase all around to get 20 stitches. And then we'll move on to round 4 and 5, which is basically 30 stitches in the round. Basically, we're just continuing to increase to make the head wider and wider. This is how it looks like after rounds 4 and 5 are completed. You can see that it's extending downwards, and then we will continue into making the next few rounds, which are basically all 40 stitches in the round when we extend the ovoid shape downwards. This is how it looks like after we have done basically rounds 6 to 10, and I've started a little bit of round 11, basically because they're all just single crochet all around the round and 40 stitches in the round, and this is what you get. It's like an ovoid shape. I've started a little bit of round 11, which is single crochet 28 stitches here, right? And then we will continue with the pattern from over here. Basically, we're going to do increase in the next 4 stitches. So 1, increase. There's a bit of shaping on this part of the face. 2, first increase. Second increase. Third increase. And then 4th increase. And then we'll finish off round 11 with single crochet 8 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll finish off this, and then you can see that this part is protruding slightly because I've increased the stitches here. So basically I've finished off the rest of like I mentioned, the rest of round 11, and then I've started a bit of round 12, which is single crochet 26 stitches over here, and then we are actually kind of reaching the part where I increased in the previous round, which is round 11. So over here what I'm going to do is I'm going to proceed with chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to skip 12 stitches. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then we'll enter here and then finish off the round. Okay, so let's push it out this way so you can see the big hole here, and then we finish off with single crochet 6 stitches in round 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we finish 6 stitches. So you can see this is how it's completed. It looks like when it's completed until round 12. So now we are starting off round 13. There'll be some shaping in this round. So we will just start off with the decrease first, and then a single crochet of 2 stitches for a total of 6 sets, and then we will move on to some shaping after that. So you can see that the decreases I am doing here is a standard single crochet decrease rather than an invisible one, because it's easier to do that with chunky yarn. and then we will proceed to put a stitch marker for the start of the round. So I've done the 6 sets of the decrease and single crochet 2 stitches, as you can see here, before we will reach the chain part of the round. Before we reach the chain part, we will continue round 13 with the decrease once first, like so. Then we will continue round 13 with single crochet 4 stitches into the chains. You can see that we are passing the hole that was intentionally made in the previous round. We will do some face shaping later on, as you can see. Then finish off round 13 with a decrease once, then single crochet 2 and then decrease again. So here I'm doing the first decrease, and then we will continue with single crochet 2 and then the final decrease. Basically this round we are narrowing off the head. So from a larger ovoid shape, we are making it into a narrower part of the lower half of the head. So you can see there's a smaller hole and a larger hole at the bottom. Basically, we have finished round 14 here, which is just single crochet 20 stitches around the round, so I did not show that. And then we move on to round 15. For round 15, we are doing single crochet and then a decrease for a total of 9 sets all around the round. Basically, for this round, we are narrowing off the head into the neck before we are transiting into the body. The idea is that we will just continue crocheting instead of having to sew the head onto the body. Basically, round 15 is completed here, and this is the narrowest part of the head before we start to increase into the body again. Then add stuffing to the head before we move on into the body. Over here you can see that the head is nice and stuffed, and then we will move on to round 16, which is when the body starts to extend out again. We will start off round 16 with single crochet 5 stitches, which is basically just continuing to single crochet before we reach the shaping part of the round. Then we continue round 16 with increase in the next 2 stitches. Basically this part means there's an increase in the stitches and it's a little bit tighter, and it also makes that part of the body tend to fan out more, which I will show you a little bit more later on. And then for the rest of round 16, we just finish up with single crochet 11 stitches all around the rest of the round where there's no further shaping. Round 16 is completed over here, as you can see, and then for the specific part where there's an increase, you can see that it's protruding slightly over the back of the neck. And then we move on to round 17, where we're just evenly increasing all around the round just to extend out and make the body larger. So for round 17, we single crochet 1 and then an increase for a total of 10 sets. So after you finish this round, you should get 30 stitches in the round. So we are just evenly increasing all around the round. As you can see that the increases are spaced uniformly across the whole round. Round 17 is completed over here. So in this short tutorial, basically I was just showing you how you transit from the head into the neck into the body without any sewing, which is actually what I preferred and what I decided to do for the second round when I decided to make this mystery character. So stay tuned for the next part as I continue to extend down the body. Oh yes, and don't forget to add stuffing along the way as well. So you can see the transit point, the head to the neck transition over here. So you can see from what I've gone through, the reason why I decided to switch from sewing two separate pieces together to actually transitioning from the head to the body. I feel that it actually ends up looking a little bit nicer. So for the next part, we'll be going through contouring the body, and that is in the next part of this series, and I hope to see you there up next.